185 for Mr. Taylor. Down to the light heavyweight division, Phil, Mr. Wonderful Davis versus Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson. 204 for Mr. Davis. 205 for Alexander. In the middleweight division, Mark the Filipino Wrecking Machine Munoz versus Kendall the Spider Grove. 185 for Mark. 185 for the Spider. Can't wait for that fight, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Munoz and Kendall Grove. In the lightweight division, Rafael Dos Anjos versus Terry Attil. 156 for Mr. Dos Anjos. 154 for Terry. Next up, a bout between two legends in the welterweight division. Renzo Gracie versus Matt Hughes. First up on the scale from the legendary Gracie family, 171 for Renzo. And his opponent, the former UFC welterweight champion of the world, Matt Hughes. 170 for Mr. Hughes. All right, I'm here. First of all, Renzo, congratulations on the first UFC in Abu Dhabi, and it's exciting to have you aboard here. Give us your thoughts on facing Mr. Matt Hughes tonight.
For some reason, I believe you guys are going to put me to talk here. It's going to be a very tough fight. You guys shouldn't boo him. It's a great athlete. We do hope we can beat him up, but I do love this guy, and it's going to be a battle. And a pleasure to be fighting in front of so many Abu Dhabi fans. You know? You guys are in my heart.
Looking forward to seeing it. Thank you very much, Mr. Gracie. Matt Hughes, you've had a long and storied career. Booze, how dare you? This man's a legend, a future Hall of Famer. Give us your thoughts on tomorrow night and facing Mr. Gracie.
Renzo, very formidable opponent. I mean, great stand-up, submission. So, I mean, I'm actually kind of like it that I'm fighting in his hometown here. I've got nothing to lose. I can go out there and be pretty reckless.
Well, looking forward to seeing you. Next up, the co-main event for the lightweight championship of the world. The challenger, Frankie the Answer Edgar versus BJ Penn. Gentlemen, the #1 contender in the lightweight division. 154 for Mr. Edgar. The prodigy, BJ Penn. 155 for the captain.
Frankie's a great opponent. I want to thank Frankie for another opportunity to test myself. I want to thank everybody in Abu Dhabi for supporting